Hello and welcome to Channel's Book Club. I am Olakunle Kasumo. Last week we introduced one of the 3 shortlisted books for the Etisalat Prize for Literature. Today we'll be introducing another one. But first, let's explore a subject that is very common yet not much spoken about. I mean depression. Here are a few facts on the subject. According to the World Health Organization, depression is the leading cause of disability worldwide and yet a largely hidden disorder. An estimated 350 million people of all ages are depressed worldwide, with women mostly affected. Symptoms of depression include being persistently sad and anxious, feeling empty, feeling hopeless and pessimistic, having low self-esteem or feeling guilty, being irritable, worthless, and restless, battling suicidal thoughts, and getting into the likes of alcohol and drug abuse, among other things. Now, I am not a doctor or a shrink, as some may prefer to call psychologists. So you may be wondering where I got all those from. They are from this book titled Shadows in the Mirror, written by Vivian Ikem, who is a PhD holder from Imperial College London and a recipient of the 2010 Armstrong Medal and Prize for outstanding PhD research. Most importantly, as far as this book is concerned, she has suffered and survived a case of depression. At a book reading event held at Terra Culture on Victoria Island, Lagos, Vivian talked about her book. It's somewhat gloomy, yet very critical. And of course, she reads from it. Enjoy the show.
Shadows in the Mirror. That's the title of Vivian Ikem's debut book.
Those that know when I was writing know that this was all I just wanted to do at the time. It gave me so much life. It gave me so much purpose. You know, I will wake up in the morning. All I want to do is write. I will not go to bed that quickly because all I just wanted to do was write. You know, thankfully, I have a PhD, so I've had to do a lot of, that involved a lot of research. So I was able to use a lot of the skills during the course of my PhD in doing this. So I know if you look at the back, you'd have thought, my God, so many references. That's to show just about how much reading I did, in putting this together. Papers, journals, and then a bit of my experience, a bit of talking to other people about their experiences, what they have learned, and in this society where, as much as we say there's a lot of ignorance, there's a lot of under G in quotes, under G, I know this is what I'm going through, but I don't want to say it. That is the masking it or keeping things on the wrap. So it was good to be able to write about all of that.
It's about the many faces of depression.
It was inspired by personal experience. Now, sometimes we go through things in life and we wonder, why? But for me, going through this, experiencing what it is to say, I went through depression or something, and knowing that so many people are going through it, but a lot of them don't know what it is or don't know what to do. For me, this became a means, not a means to an end, but a passion. It sort of gave purpose, and it was like, no, I've got to write this. I've got to help other people. I've got to educate people. I've got to make people understand what this is. Give hope to people. Let those that are suffering know that there is hope for them. Let those that are with those that are going through it know what to do in case they don't know what to do. Correct a lot of misconceptions that are going around, and hopefully give life and give hope and give support to many people
But do people understand or underestimate depression?
I'm sure you've heard people say, I'm so depressed right now. And what people are trying to say is, I'm sad. So sometimes people don't understand the gravity of when someone says that I'm depressed. one thing that I came to know is that depression is very common. But because people underestimate it, or people are quick to say, oh, when you say I'm depressed, it means that you are weak, people don't understand the gravity of it. Depression is a very, very, very common condition. So, for example, we know someone that was not maybe taking drugs or drinking once upon a time, and then all of a sudden, that's all the person knows to do to, in quote, drown away their sorrows. These are classic symptoms of depression because a lot of people, especially men, use things like drugs, use things like alcohol to cover up their depression. A lot of people, you see them, they're just always stressed out, irritable, or always like negative, and you're like, snap out of this. Why are you always so negative? But there's something going on there. Or you know someone that was not withdrawn, always chatty, and all of a sudden the person is all withdrawn, doesn't want to come out, doesn't want to socialize with anyone. And we see this a lot. I can't tell you how many stories since this book I have come to know of. How many people have spoken of their depression at different points. And some of them may not, it's good when you know what it is that you're going through. But when you don't even understand what it is that you are going through, how can you deal with it? So this is more or less taking that step to help people put a name to what it is that they may be experiencing. Those moments they don't really feel like getting out of bed, Those moments they just want to shop and use their credit card and buy everything that they probably will not have. But these are classic symptoms of depression.